Alright, I know what you wanted me to persist in, so let's persist in Demon Souls. I want to make sure that it's not too dark in the dark areas, but also, if you make it too light, the light areas are blinding. Saturation really doesn't need much. I don't have HDR. Anyway, subtitles are always good. Subtitle backing is always good as well because some things are hard to see subtitles upon. On the first day of Demon Souls, From Software gave to me. I would often have problems with that dialogue. I'm not sure exactly why it doesn't populate sometimes. Populate. Why the voice doesn't come across sometimes. But we shall begin. Okay, well, I've been fiddling with the sound, trying to figure out how to get the dialogue for the cutscenes, and I can't figure it out. So if there are cutscenes with dialogue, I guess we'll have to watch the subtitles. Time to begin a new game. Body type A, body type B, doesn't really matter, except there is some armor that in the introduction area there's an armor that can only be body type A. But we are playing as a I love naming my character Cyrus. It just sounds magey, and I do like mages. Cyrus Starr with 2 R's. Going to be a royalty. Because you get the freight ring, which gets you regeneration on your mana. Good thing to have until we can get a little further in and grab a sword that actually will do that, and then we can switch out the ring with something else later on. So let's go start with that. Starting gifts. What do we got? Soul remains. Something you throw at enemies to distract them. Fire arrow, obviously. Fire arrow. Fire bomb. Get 5 of them. It's good. I guess the first enemy in particular. This raised item discovery, which, you know, whatever. Bright water. MP over time. Stamina recovery. HP over time. Lighting lights. Or none. Let's go with... Oh, right. To buy the deluxe edition, you get special things. But that's later. Let's start with the firebomb because we might need it. The foundation of the character. Choose your movement style. In other words, do you want to walk like your body type, very much? I don't know. That was different. Okay, let's see here. Appearance. Skin, face, brow. I mostly just like to play with the eyeballs. I don't know. I like that one. Okay. Be a snake. Can make it blue and purple. Make it glow. Okay. I like that. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, yes. I want my eyes to glow. I like that. I like that. The other stuff I'll leave alone. Hair. Yes, let's do hair. Ponytail. Like that. Like that. Bun. Ponytail. Messy ponytail. Or not so messy ponytail. Color. Oops. Dang it. Color. Let's go with kind of a grayish, maybe bluish, perhaps. Kind of a dark blue, maybe. Bluish gray, maybe. Bluish black, like Superman. Yeah. Let's go with that. Facial hair. Can I match that? No, I really can't. Fine, whatever. Oh, okay, I see this. So we got the mustache, and you got the beard. Just a little bit of stubble. Kind of on the blue side as well. But not so obvious because it's simple. So, decals. No decal? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of like that. Make it brighter. Yeah, let's make that bright yellow. Yeah, let's do that. Select. Oops, appearance. Decals. I want to be able to color it. Oh, that's annoying. Fine. Seriously? Fine. Let's get it back. Let's keep this one then, because that was more magicianal. Magicianal, is that a word? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright. Analyze.
King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the Royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had roused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls lose also their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valifax also spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force. And the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors lured by the possibilities braved the fissure to breach the accursed land. But none have returned. Pure of the Twin Fangs. Yurt the Silent Chief. Saint Urbane. Scurva the Wanderer. The sixth Saint Astria with her night Garl Vinland. And Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Ah, has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you to the fissure. So that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
Alright, well, that's our stats. Intelligence of 12, be good for beginning spells. Magic of 13 gives us some spots. We're going to leave this here, although we'll put it in the left hand at some point in the near future, but we might need it, the shield and the magic at the same time to begin with. So let's switch this. Item burden is not bad because I don't worry much. Equip burden. Okay, where's spells? I remember how this all works now. It's inventory. That's the status. Memory. One spell. Yeah, I'm gonna have to up my magic. Everything's a white tendency right now. Well, neutral tendency, I'm not exactly sure, but either way, you do not want to mess with the tendency, not unless you know what you're doing, and that's not something that most people can say that they know when things start out. Should be over time, yeah. My MP is it's 101 and 116. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. Okay. So the goal here is just get to the end, pretty much. Face the demon that'll send you to the Nexus. Get revenge on him later. Let's learn how to do this. Get one shot, pretty much and destroy it anyway. Later on, they'll one shot you. So you gotta be careful about that. I mean, the message is optional. If you know what you're doing, don't worry about it. I suggest having a plan. Okay. As I was saying. Alright. This game runs on grass, not Estus flasks or whatever. So if you're a mage class like this, you definitely want to make sure that you have a lot of grass to smoke. Bad joke. Anyway, or something that regenerates your mana. Even slowly is actually not that slow in most cases. But you always want to make sure you check your corners. It's generally a good idea to keep your shield up too if you want. But keeping your distance is definitely a plus for mage classes. Having the focus change when enemies are next to each other is a big plus. Other than the fragrant ring, the main reason for choosing the royalty class is that many creatures are immune to fire. Few are immune to magic. The first boss is weak against fire and magic, mostly fire. So those fire bones that we grabbed at the beginning are definitely going to be helpful. But first, we gotta get there. This is one of 4 games I can think of where you're supposed to lose to the initial boss, and then later on you get revenge. Elden Ring is the most recent. Bloodborne has a werewolf. Sekiro has sword fighter. Poor guy. At the end of the game. Anyway, that I don't want to spoil anything. And Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Yep, 4 out of 4 games that you're meant to lose. Okay, I don't see that going up. I wonder. That's what I thought. Okay, so this half moon grass reasonably recover. Crescent moon is slightly recover. So you probably want to have both of these equipped. Well, you don't know with Lotus if you expect to be poisoned. And Firebomb, of course, we're going to go on to that. So I'll take that off, because when you cycle through, you want to be able to use your stuff quickly. And now I don't remember how I'm supposed to get places. There should be a hole in the wall or something to be able to jump down through. Ah, yes. That becomes useful later. Vaulting our railings. Because our railings want to vault over. Yes. The holding up of the shield was good. It's a good strategy. You can see people running around. This is the first water area. Thankfully it's not poisonous. There's one later that is very poisonous. Getting the ring just walking at regular speed in the water is something I actually never did the first time I played through this game. I can't remember how to do it. This. That's how you get from one place to the other. Archstones are like bonfires if you play other Souls games. Unfortunately, oops. And unfortunately, there are also few and far between. You gotta defeat a boss before you get one. Which means the area is actually smaller. This game is divided into 20? No. Yeah. 20 areas. Each with its own boss. Ah, yes, the blue eyes. These guys are fun. Not. They're fast. Also a red eyes variety, which are a lot harder to hit. Well, a lot harder to get down anyway. You hit them. Yeah, they hit much harder. Sometimes the targeting drops off, which is really annoying. Guys love their shields. So it's usually a good idea to stand around for a minute. And... well, maybe not. It's taking forever. It does like slowly. It lives up to its word, that's for sure. So, reason he wasn't shooting at me, which is a good thing, I guess. You don't want to use any soul items until later, because you can actually level up to be the first boss and the first world. Unaware enemies tend to take more damage. So you can sneak up on them. Even the basic shield is good for blocking. Don't want air in the fog. Oh, push triangle to examine a corpse. In this game, the fog is almost always a loading screen thing. Area separator. There are some fog gates that lead to bosses. But most of them simply divide areas. Like any game, you of course want to go everywhere. If a path seems to be leading you to somewhere you're supposed to go the other way. Of course. It's basic gameliness. That word. Yes, this guy's gonna kick your butt. Don't even try to worry about it too much. You can't take him down. I recommend you try. That's really good.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not quit the Nexus, but the 5 archstones will guide thee to the outer lands.
You can. You don't want to. Because being in human form and dying is the worst thing ever. But now that we're here, we can go meet the locals. Mostly we'll talk to Stockpile Thomas.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria.
Yeah. Our stones are all locked until you go to this one first. But, not worry too much about that. Let's go talk to this guy. This is Stockpile Thomas.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the Scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here in this Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
It's always good if you can pick up something that you don't need during your travels, because having stuff in your inventory, unlike the other games, actually counts against you. So, storage box has the stuff from having the deluxe edition. Souls, of course. Really, really good souls. you can level yourself up quite a bit once you have the ability to do so. Preservation grains. Status limits. Bonus resting grains, magic damage. Bearbed grains. Fire resistance. So this is nice stuff. Nice stuff. But anyway, so
Best of luck to you.
you don't lose your souls the first death anyway. This guy's got weapons and things to sell.
You new here? Are you here for my services? The name's Baldwin. I'm just an ordinary blacksmith. It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons. Or forge the ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, eh? No interest, eh? I can tell you're not going to last long here.
Yeah, I'll come back later. This guy.
Oh my, how has this happened? Has God abandoned us for King Alant, failing to show proper respect? Oh, Mbasa.
I can doubt that. There's a person that sells faith spells, a person that sells magic spells. I just don't recall exactly where they're located. Could be wrong. Okay, yeah. I am. People that sell the spells don't arrive until later. I have to rescue some of them, but so our next goal is to go there. We will do that next time. Yeah, any of them except for this down here will say that. So, always save your game. So you want to do this, this, and this. Otherwise, it complains. So until next time, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, I have more. Over there, on the left side of the screen, you will find a playlist for this game, and a video that YouTube thinks you might like right below that. And also, I would appreciate any likes and subscribes or comments you'd wish to leave. Thanks again.